Alright, we have another package. This is a phone lot that I purchased on eBay. This was on a bidding. I watched the listing. There was like 9 days left on the bidding still. And I thought, it's going to go for like well over $100, but I'll watch it anyway. And basically this is a lot with 2 iPads, an iPhone 11 that appears to be in perfect condition. Should be able to use that to fix this iPhone 11 I'm recording on, because it is in perfect condition and is iCloud locked. There's also some other iPhones and some iPods, and the main reason that I bought the lot, there is as far as I can tell, a perfect condition S21 Ultra in here that apparently is just FRP locked, which I think should be bypassable pretty easily. So in total I paid $58.72 for this, so just under $60, which was a really good deal. And it looks like, I don't know what this is, just like some packaging, just trash really. Somebody they ripped out the box or something. And then this. It looks like we've got everything in this. Oh, there's one of the iPods. This is an iPod Shuffle 3rd generation. It's green. It actually looks like it's in pretty good condition. I don't have any way to charge this or test it, so I don't know. I'll either just keep it or sell it for parts. I don't know. But in here, okay, first of all, there's the iPhone 11, and yeah, looking at it, it looks to be in decent condition. It's not perfect. It's got a little mark there. And then back looks good. Don't really see any damage to it. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. Pretty nice screen. Doesn't look to have any major scratches. Might have some damage down there, though, so that's... Ooh, yeah, I think the screen might be bad on this. Yeah, I mean, the housing's still good. I think this screen may have been replaced. Alright, and then here we got an iPod Nano 3rd generation. This one is really beat up, actually. Wasn't expecting it to be that beat up. Looks like it's definitely been at least attempted to be opened before. Oh wow, this is actually an 8 gig model. Then we have an iPhone SE. This is most likely a 2nd generation. Okay, yeah, you can see. So this is a 2nd gen. This is my 2nd gen. You can see they're the exact same color, so that means this is definitely a 2nd generation SE. Pretty beat up. Not really going to be any good parts in this, I don't think. You never know. It could be iCloud off, though. It's dead, though, as well. And then here we have a... This looks like it might actually be water damaged. But this is an iPhone 7 rose gold, like missing the camera lens, which is definitely not good. That camera looks like it's most likely not good. And then it looks like here we have the iPad. This is actually a 9.7 inch model. I would feel like this one would have some power because iPad batteries usually last a really long time. Nope. Still somehow no power. Yeah, so I think this is actually might be like a 5th or 6th gen. This might actually be rose gold. I don't know, maybe it's just gold. I don't know. I'll have to look at the serial number on that one, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Then looks like we got the smaller iPad mini here. This is a mini 3rd gen, I can tell, because it has the Touch ID home button, but it also still has the mute switch, so that means it's a 3rd gen. No power on this one either, it looks like. Oh yeah, wow. And then this is definitely the star of the show. This is an S21 Ultra, and wow, that thing is huge. I didn't even realize they were that big. That is a massive phone, and looking at the screen, don't see any damage on that, which is definitely very good. These things are really nice. Like, it's got a pretty nice case, OtterBox case too. Pretty dirty, but yeah, this thing is nice. Oh yeah, that's disgusting. I don't even know what is on that. I should have gotten gloves. I was gonna get gloves for this, but I forgot. Oh man, that looks so nice though. Definitely dirty. I don't see really any damage on this thing at all though. I mean, that is nice. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and just check and see if the S21 Ultra works. Get straight into it. And 1 watt. Sometimes these things, yep, look at that. It's totally working, that's crazy. Let's go ahead and check some of these, like the serial numbers and things on them. Little waterproof gasket around the SIM card tray was broken, so that's not a good sign. This iPhone 7 is a 32 gigabyte rose gold, obviously. Oh wow, that's actually surprising. So this one is actually Find My iPhone off, which is definitely nice. And it's carrier unlocked as well. Okay, I'll take that. I would not be surprised if this has motherboard damage though. You know, judging by the fact that it looks like it may have had water and the fact they also tend to have loop disease. I'll just go ahead and plug this iPhone 7 in, see if it gets any signs of life or not. The LCD is fully functional. It doesn't even have any LCD damage. All that damage to the screen and no LCD damage. Low battery charging symbol shows up perfectly fine. Check this iPhone SE, I guess. Okay, so that one has a SIM card in it. That's always good to see. No way! Yes! Finally! I finally got an SE 2nd generation 64 gig black. And it is fully unlocked. It is Find My iPhone off. That is awesome. Okay, first of all, that. Okay. I've gotten multiple of these before. I think this is the 3rd SE I've gotten in lots like this. First one I've had that actually is FMI off. I'm charging normally. It does have some LCD damage, but that's not a big deal. This is another phone with a stuck SIM card slot. That's always fun. Okay, got it. It's got a SIM card as well, which is always good. Oh, iPhone 7 is turning on, and yeah, that does have a, looks to be perfect screen. That's definitely very good. I mean, obviously it's cracked, but... Oh, that's not good. Already, I think it has loop disease. If you saw that flicker there, I'm pretty sure that means loop disease. Oh, no, actually. Okay. I don't think so. Oh. Yeah, I think it's got a dead home button. Nope. Okay. Doesn't. I don't know why this is here then. If that doesn't have a dead home button. Okay. That one, I'm still going to use Baroque RAM Disk Pro on it just to reset it. Since it's Find My iPhone off. I mean, I'll go ahead and save the activation ticket anyway, you know, just in case something weird happens. Oh, and the SE is turning on too, and it's got a destroyed LCD. That's weird. This one also has that, that thing there. I don't know why that is. The home button works though. That's so weird. All right, 64 gigs. Purple. Always good to see that the color on the IMEI is matching the color of the actual housing. Are you kidding me? It's Find My off. Let me see. I think this does probably have a bad screen. I'm gonna go ahead and check the iPads. This is an iPad mini 3, 128 gigabyte. Okay, hold on. Find My iPhone off. Or iPad, I guess. Find My iPad. 128 gigabyte too. I didn't even know they made them in that high of storage back then. Oh yeah, it definitely likes the Samsung charger a lot more than the other one. iPhone 11 might just have a dead screen actually. Cause it's getting 7 watts. iPad mini is working. Okay, so this is an iPad 6, 128 gigabyte gold. But this one is actually Find My iPhone on. So, you know, that's not a huge deal because these are bypassable. I really hate doing the screen replacements. Okay, but it is working. I mean, that's good. I think these things do get up to like iOS 17. Plug in the SIM card from my phone, and I'm gonna hope that this iPhone SE gives me the option to erase it. This one does not give me the option to erase it. I'm gonna power on the S21 Ultra now. We'll see what's going on with that one. It'll be interesting to see if this is passcode locked or if it's just FRP locked. Okay, that's on Verizon. I mean, that's good, I guess. Okay, yeah, this one. It looks like it has a good screen, though, actually. I don't see any issues with this. This one I probably am gonna have to reset it. Okay, this one is booting up. Looks to have a okay screen. The backlight. Oh, it does have some damage to the screen actually, yeah. Gets really fussy with the aftermarket chargers. Okay, yeah, but it looks like it's working. It looks like we got 325 songs. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Looks just like a pretty regular iPod. Get this iPhone 7 reset. I don't even have to bypass it because it's Find My iPhone off, but still I gotta reset it with my computer so that way I can keep the iOS version. Actually, first, let me clean these things because they're disgusting. So the iPad 3 just turned on. This one is Find My off, as we remember. Looks like somebody already tried guessing the passcode on this one, because that's interesting. It still says press home to unlock. That's weird. Why does it say press home to unlock when it's disabled? The iPad 6 is not showing any signs of life now. That's weird. Whoa, that's weird. Yeah, there might be something wrong with this iPad 6. It just like lit up and then... Okay, anyway. Alright, looks like I finally got the iPad 6 booting up. So... that's really weird. I've never seen that happen before. I'm not sure what's wrong with this iPad, but clearly it's got some...
Siri not available. Listen. Button.
Clearly it's got some type of accessibility or something turned on. I don't know if that's causing the screen to not turn on or what. Really quite strange though. Now this should activate through just fine. It shouldn't have activation. Okay, it does have activation lock. Huh, that's weird. It said that it was not activation locked on the iCloud check. So that must mean the SIM card is not matching the phone. On iOS 14.7.1. I don't know, Find My turned back on, like when I connected it to the internet or something. Like, obviously I did save the activation tickets, so you know, that's good. It says 87% health here in 3U Tools with 920 charge cycles. It says all parts are original. So this is the matching SIM card, so it looks like that IMEI checker is just wrong. So that's concerning. Okay, yeah, so I just used a different IMEI checker and it told me that this is Find My on. So looks like that IMEI checker that I was using is just completely wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and get this bypassed, I guess. Alright, so after reactivating it with the activation tickets, we can see it is on 14.7.1 and it is a 32GB model. And battery health says 84, which is not terrible. And let me just go ahead and check this camera. Yeah, you can see the camera is totally effed up. That's not surprising. Rear camera, you can say that's working. Or, I mean, front camera works. Rear camera is totally effed up, unsurprisingly. I mean, just look at it. Yeah, since this is not actually iCloud unlocked, I'm probably not going to do anything with that. I don't know. Since the LCD is fine, I'll probably just leave that as is. Mini 3. This one said Find My off, and that was on the more reliable IMEI checker. So this one's probably actually Find My off. Alright guys, so quick update. Obviously I already finished the iPhone 7. The iPad mini 3, I cleaned it up a little bit. This one, I need to put this into Legacy iOS Kit in order to be able to put it into DFU mode, or into Pawn DFU mode. The Broke Ramdus Pro won't do it. And the S21 Ultra, I got it booted into download mode. I'm still in the process of downloading the firmware. I downloaded the firmware and it said download complete. So I put this into download mode and then it said, oh wait, the download actually failed. Never mind, it's not complete. And the iPad, this iPad 7, it was completely glitching out. It was not working at all. But I just went ahead and I couldn't get this to boot up at all. I couldn't get it to do anything. And it was totally glitched. I put it into recovery mode, and the recovery mode screen was just completely blank. Like, it just showed a blank screen. It didn't even have the recovery mode picture. But I was able to get the activation ticket saved with Broke RAM Disk Pro and get it reset. And I thought it was cooked. It just didn't show any signs of life, but I force rebooted it, and it actually seems to be working now. And the nice thing that's about this is actually iOS 13. Yeah, I actually got the Wi-Fi password entered, and try again. I think this said it was activation locked, but clearly that's not been all that accurate today, so could still be unlocked, you never know. Okay, yeah, it says, go ahead and guess the passcode, I guess. See if it's a 4-digit passcode. Actually, I already know it's not, but just go ahead and try some generic passcode. So, okay, whatever. You can get this put back into Broke RAM Disk Pro and bypassed. Okay, so this is actually pretty nice. So it's iOS 13.5.1, which is pretty good because this came out on like 11.3, so this is a really old version for this iPad. Battery life is 95% with 287 charge cycles, so pretty good. Okay, yeah, that's actually really good. So this is actually a pretty nice iPad, all normal in the verification report. And it's 128 gigs, so that's actually a really nice iPad. I'm probably going to try to replace the screen on this. I really hate doing these screen replacements. I just did a screen replacement on an iPad 6, and it was absolutely horrible. Yeah, see there you can see it's doing it again. The recovery mode is blank. It's in recovery mode right now, but it's blank. Okay, yeah, looks like it's working now, which is really good. The touchscreen also doesn't seem to be horrible, so it's at least semi-working. Alright, getting the device activated now. See, it's running all the commands there. And it's activated, should reboot now. It looks like the firmware download for the S21 Ultra is done, so I'm going to get started flashing that. I just checked this iPod and it actually has a working battery. That's surprising. And I just finished bypassing the iPad mini. I didn't actually bypass it, I just reset it. But I obviously saved the activation tickets. Okay, so the iPad mini is actually not activation locked. So this one, it did get through activation just fine. Didn't have to bypass it or anything. Touch ID looks okay. Okay, yeah, this one's on 12.5.7, so I might as well have just gone and restored it because it's on the latest version anyway. But obviously it is 128 gigabytes, which is really nice. This one, I think it just didn't have an account in settings at all. That's why it was Find My Off. Because when I tried to save the account in Broke RAM Disk, it just like glitched out. So next, I'm going to check the iPhone 11 again and make sure it is actually FMI off. This one I checked with my main two iCloud checkers, and they both said it was off. This one, I only checked one of them, so I got to check this one on the other one. Okay, so that sucks. So I just checked with my other IMEI checker that tends to be more accurate, and that one said this is actually Find My On. So this one is likely Find My On. My other one that I use has been right every other time, but it just got 2 of them wrong today, so I don't know what's going on with that. They seems to be not working today. I don't know why. Again, I do need the housing. So I'm going to go ahead and get this iPhone taken apart, and I'm going to see why it's not turning on. And then I'll be back to you in a minute. Now this phone, I think it's been opened before, so I'm not going to use any heat because it's probably going to open without the heat. Oh. Yeah, this phone has water damage. That's not good, yeah. I mean, it's possible it will work with a new screen still. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that now, I guess. Just put on a new screen and see if it helps anything. Okay, so I got my iPhone 11 test screen here. Yep. Yeah, it's got a passcode. Alright, yeah, so basically everything that I've looked at is confirming this SE is Find My iPhone off. Again, I am still going to try to wait this out and see if I can get it to reset without actually updating. Obviously, that may not be possible. The 11 is sadly FMI on, even though originally it said it wasn't. And the S21 Ultra, I need to start restoring it now. Okay, I just got done bypassing the S21 Ultra, and this phone is really nice, dude. I can't see, I mean, there is not really a single mark on this. Okay, I guess there's a little bit of wear from like just the case, but that is, I mean, there is not a scratch on it. Like, there is not a scratch on it. I don't see a single scratch. Like, the screen looks perfect. It looks like it may have actually been used with a screen protector. There you can see the camera like has a, yeah, and then the frame looks really good. I mean, the frame, I guess it's not perfect, but the frame is still, it looks really, really good. I mean, this is a seriously nice phone, and I can't believe how good the camera is. Like, this thing has an insanely good camera. And then I have confirmed, basically I'm going to be able to get all of these devices working except for the iPhone 11. I have the valid activation tickets for all of the locked ones that are, you know, bypassable. Okay, so I was able to get this to get off of the disabled screen by leaving my SIM card in it and letting it sit overnight. So basically I'm going to guess the passcode, and I believe that should be the final passcode attempt, so I'm hoping for it to go to the permanently unavailable screen and give me the option to reset, or, you know, hopefully it could just reset on its own. But yeah, I'm just going to try this. Alright guys, so I wanted to give you one final update on all of the devices. So the iPhone 7, it is working, and this screen works fine. The back camera, I did clean the back camera. I haven't actually, I don't know why it keeps asking me for this. It keeps saying this all the time. But anyway, yeah, you can see the back camera even after being cleaned. It's just got its splotches in it. It's not really working. But yeah, so it's missing that camera glass too. This one is on iOS 14.7.1, and it is a 32 gigabyte model. This one is iCloud locked, but is bypassed with the activation tickets, and it is carrier unlocked and works with my SIM card. We have an iPod Shuffle 3rd generation. I think this is the 2 gigabyte model, and it's in green. It's actually in really nice condition. I don't really see any damage to it at all. Even that stainless steel part is not really even scratched. This one, I can't really test it though. I did order a charger for this, and I tried to like kind of rig up a charger. I found this thing that goes to micro USB, and I tried to charge it with that, but it wouldn't work. It seemed to be taking a charge, but it just didn't do anything when I took it off. And then next we have an iPod Nano 3rd generation. This one is actually working. The battery works. Clean it up a little bit. I think this one I might replace. I don't know, pretty much everything needs to be replaced on this one because it's all just, you know, like cosmetically damaged. But I don't know, I might just leave that one because it's not too bad. But yeah, and then we have, this is a 64 gigabyte purple iPhone 11. I took the screen off because it doesn't work anyway. And this one is iCloud locked on the, I believe it's on iOS 18, and it's just on the passcode screen. So yeah, this one, I think this one is also carrier locked as well. So that one's basically fully locked up. There's nothing I can do with it. I'm just going to use the housing. It's also water damaged too. Then next we have this iPad mini. This is fully working. It's not iCloud locked. It is fully working. Besides this crack, it's actually in pretty good condition. Besides that, this the LCD is fused to the glass on these, so I'm not gonna replace that. And the crack isn't too bad. This one, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. This one, it is a 128 gigabyte on iOS 12.5.7, and this one is the cellular model, and it is carrier unlocked as well. Put my SIM card in it, and it does actually work with my SIM card. This iPhone SE, I did end up having to fully update this one to iOS 18. I could have updated to 18.5, but I just went ahead and updated it to 18.6 because that was just what it automatically selected. I just restored it in Finder. But you can see there, this is an iPhone SE2 on 18.6, and it is a 64 gig model, and it has no SIM restrictions there, as you can see. And you can see this one is rating the battery at 84%. But I do think this has like 900 charge cycles or something crazy high. I don't really know how that's possible considering this is only like 3 years old, but it's got a ton of charge cycles, I think. Also, considering it was on iOS 16 too, I really have no idea how it has that many charge cycles. But yeah, this one, I will be restoring this one because I have parts laying around for it. I have several white SE housings, so I'm going to probably put this in a white housing. I have a black housing with a white motherboard in it, but I'm not going to put that housing on this because that one is iOS 17, and I like iOS 17 better, and I also like the black housing better as well. So I'm going to put this one in a white housing and probably just sell it. Might replace the battery, I don't know. Also, I forgot to mention this, but strangely, this iPad mini, it only has 144 charge cycles, but the battery is rated at 84%. So the battery is, according to 3U Tools and Coconut Battery, is actually really bad, but it has like basically no charge cycles, so it's really weird. Also, all of the phones here, except for the iPhone 11, have never been taken apart and repaired. They all have all original parts. The iPhone 11 and this iPod Nano actually have both been repaired, I think. Well, this one's had the screen replaced, and this one had the battery replaced, I believe. But then next, we have, and this device is really nice. This is a iOS 13.5.1 iPad 6 with 128 gigs of storage. And this is, it works, even though it's cracked. I'm going to try to replace the screen on this one. You can see the touch screen doesn't work perfectly. So I definitely want to try to replace the screen on this one. But yeah, the back is also not in, I mean, it's not horrible condition, but it's definitely, you can see like up at the top there, it's pretty bad. But yeah, so I'm going to try to replace the screen on this one. And the battery on this one is super good, basically brand new. Also, another thing that's strange is I believe all three of these devices were actually owned by the same people, because all three of them had that accessibility thing turned on, and these two were iCloud off, but this one was iCloud on. And they were also all locked with a passcode and not reset, and they're all pretty destroyed in pretty similar ways, and were also pretty dirty. So I think they were all owned by the same person. It's really kind of strange, though. Yeah, also, all of these do have working Touch ID. I did test. And we have by far the best device in here. This is an S21 Ultra. I have fully tested this. There's nothing wrong with it. It is fully functional, nothing. Absolutely everything works on this. There's no screen burn-in, no damage at all. It's really nice. I don't see a single scratch on it. The housing, the frame does just have like a tiny bit of wear just from being in the case, but it's really not noticeable. You have to be under very specific lighting conditions to even be able to see it at all. But yeah, this device is really good. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And this is by far the best device. It's probably worth like $250 to $300. So this device is worth about, 4 times what I paid for the lot. So it's kind of crazy. This S21 Ultra is 128 gigabytes of storage and 12 gigs of RAM. And it is also carrier unlocked. It was originally on Verizon, but it's unlocked. So, forgot to say that as well. And I'm super happy with this lot. This is probably the best deal I've ever gotten on a lot. That is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.